Today we're going to talk about 3 different ways to speed up Fusion's performance in just 3 minutes. I'm really shocked I didn't realize this first one sooner. Multi-merge nodes are significantly faster than normal merge nodes. This is especially true when you're working with a ton of merge nodes, because instead of having to calculate all 10, 15, 20 of those, it just has to calculate the one node. In my example here using individual merge nodes, you can see I'm getting about 7 frames a second playing back this really simple animation. I just have this ellipse rendering out. Just like that, you see that part plays back pretty quick. But in my second version, I have the same thing, but it's just replaced with this one multi-merge node. When I hit play, you can see everything's gonna play back in real time. Like I said, I'm really surprised I did not notice this sooner. Alright, the next trick is a little finicky, and you only want to use it when you're working in Fusion. You want to make sure to turn it off when you get to rendering, because it'll mess it up. Back in the composition with the bad performance, you can see I'm getting about 6 frames a second. So if you add in a time speed node after this, and in the speed type in your frame rate, in this case it's 24, divided by 6 or whatever your playback speed is, that's going to allow you to preview it in real time. When I hit play, I'm still only getting about 6-7 frames a second, but since it's going at 4 times speed, it appears to be in real time. You do just want to make sure that the interpolation space is at blend so that way it shows all the frames. And like I mentioned, you want to make sure that you delete this before you go to render, because otherwise when you render it, it's going to go 4 times faster, and that's not going to look good. Alright, this next one is probably the craziest. All of us know how nodes work. They talk to each other through a node pipe that connects them together. But there is a little known fact as to how node pipes actually work. To illustrate this, right click on your node graph, come down to Arrange Tools, and make sure this is set to Grid. Every spot that a node snaps into, Fusion checks to see if there's a node connected to that node pipe. So the longer a node pipe is, the more checks it has to do. In this case, if I put the nodes right next to each other, I'm going to get the best performance. If I spread it out a little bit, since it's just the one node, I'm still going to get about 24 frames a second. But let's say I move it all the way off to the side here and just make it really long. Now that this is spread out so much that I can't see both nodes at once, when I hit play you can see I'm getting 18 frames a second or 17 frames a second. So in this case it's not too severe, and once it caches it's totally fine, but when you're working with multiple nodes and you have them spread out, that really takes a big hit on the performance. If you do need to have nodes spread out, a really good solution to this is to use a wireless link node. So if I come by my media out, type in wireless link, I'm going to come all the way over to the background node here, and then drag this into the input field. Now if I connect this wireless link into the media out, even though my background node is way off on the side, the node pipe is really short, so that means I'm going to get real-time playback again. To sum this up, just bunch all the nodes together and you'll get faster performance. In fact, you'd be a fool not to use these tricks, unless you realize that it's April Fool's Day. Be careful out there today.